Hello. So this is what I believe happened during Tyler's murder. So I first went to the crime scene, and there was a sword with blood on the floor, a book that was pulled out of the bookshelf with a note in it, a long scratch on the eastern window, and drops of blood on the window and on the ground. So just from that, the note in the book thanked Tyler for coming to the library and to look through the eastern window very closely for his next instructions. So putting it all together, in his last known whereabouts, so in Tyler's room, the TV was on, and there was a note that said for him that they found a way to connect the computers in the library to the screen, and so to go to the library to check for a note in the book for further instructions. So Tyler left his room, no forced entry or anything. He left his room, went into the library, saw the book pulled out on the shelf, opened up the book, and the note said to thanked him for coming to the library and instructed him to look very closely at the eastern window for his next instructions. So I think here Tyler went to the eastern window and looked out. He was probably crouching down, peeking out and squinting, looking for the next instructions, probably a note or something out in the distance. And during this time, the killer took the sword off of the shelf on the wall in the library and came up behind him. And I think here, I'm not sure, but I think that Tyler saw the killer's reflection in the glass, and that's what caused him to scream. But it was too late, and the killer thrust the sword through his neck, and he died due to not being able to breathe and probably blood loss. And that's kind of confirmed by, he went in the morgue, looking at his body, there's a hole in his neck, and his windpipe is cut. So he had to have screamed before he was killed, but something had to set him off. So he must have seen this killer somehow, and I think it's through the reflection in the glass. So there's a hole in the neck, a cut trachea, a major vein is cut, so he had a lot of blood loss, and that's why there's a lot of blood on the bed in the morgue. And he had the stab wound. So that's what I think happened, and I still think that Dallas is the killer.